And welcome back here to the beautiful Glenelg Lacrosse Club under somewhat of a quarter of a moonlight here. Shix, it's about 7 or 8 degrees, and we're here for the second game of Friday Nights Live against the Blue Warriors, a new team combination, and the Wildy
Baby Blues.
Baby Blues.
Baby Blue Lions.
And we're joined by our traditional player of the game from game number 1, Abby Thorne. Abby, welcome to LSA TV. That must have been a good hit out for the first of the season.
Yeah, it was awesome to be back out there with the girls, and
Wasn't too cold?
Oh, no, it wasn't too bad if you do lots of running and warm up pretty quick.
And you did plenty of that.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever run as much as I've seen you run in a game. That was, but really good defensive effort from the Bombers as well. Every time Glenelg seemed to get an opportunity, there was that second and third crash coming in.
Yeah, that was a massive focus for us tonight, just to really work on that. And our communication was like really up there tonight. So
well
it was
organised,
awesome.
Always well organised. Trish, and she's
she loves her organisation.
Great coach. You guys look pretty good. Weren't scared to attack both Karen and Laura either.
Yeah, we tried. We've got to be confident with those two.
Yeah, that's good.
And the other thing I loved about the Bombers tonight in the defence, even when Glenelg were bringing it into their offence, there was 2 players on that player coming into offence, so there was always pressure happening.
Yeah, for sure. That's like a massive factor for us. If we get pressure early, then they're gonna get scared early, I guess.
They turned the ball over a few times with that little bit of extra pressure, and there's one out here near us about in the second quarter where you really saw that pressure come. That's a real focus of the Brighton team this year?
Yeah, definitely. Like, our ride is massive because if you can turn over the ride, then you've got less to run and get back in defence, and you can get the ball straight away.
Unsettled going into offence as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Puts the pressure
on.
You
see that a lot in the US in that college game now, with the ride's so important.
Yeah,
it starts
it's huge.
right from the defence.
Absolutely huge, yeah.
You're certainly there. I did hear a rumour that you may be getting one American player coming back towards Australia, and Jen Adams maybe joining you later in the year.
Oh, I don't know.
Can you confirm it live on LSA TV?
I cannot. No, I cannot confirm, unfortunately.
That would be huge in for Brighton.
Pretty awesome, but yeah, no confirmation from me.
You played with Jen before?
Yes, I have actually. A couple of years ago, when she was back for an under-19s Aussie camp, I played a game here actually under 9.
So nice having your Aussie coach running around with you?
Yeah, it was pretty scary, but it's awesome having her there telling you.
She's in Adelaide now. She's in Adelaide now, Tone. She wouldn't be playing tonight if she was going to be playing.
Oh, I did hear a rumour, Shix, that maybe potentially down the track that she may suit up for the Bombers. But, we hear rumours here on LSA TV, and I'm happy to...
Don't spread them, Tony. Don't spread them.
I'm happy to listen. That's what we do, isn't it, Shix?
He's the root of all evil, Tony Watts, I'll tell you what.
Hey, we might get Jen on in the crease at some point then, and we might reach out to her. And do you reckon she'd have a fast shot?
Oh, yeah.
What about yourself?
Sure.
You let a couple rip tonight?
Oh, not sure about speed, but definitely working on my placement.
Well, you've only got to beat the PM if you do get on in the crease. She's only running, 108 at the moment, Hannah? 106?
Abby, a bit more realistic with what just happened out there. New rules for the game. How did you find that defensively, being able to go through the crease?
Personally, I don't play a lot of defence down at the crease, but obviously it's a massive rule change. But I think we can utilise it like on the offence as well, trying to catch them out in that 3 seconds in the crease. But yeah, it's handy being able to cut across and cutting through. But yeah.
And the 15 has gone now. That's just a visual thing, right? It doesn't really affect too much ball play.
I think it really does, because we don't have that spreading out and knowing where to go and get that space,
As we see the game just about to start here, we've got Olivia Parker here up against, I believe the PM is in there.
Yeah.
Hannah Goff. Just a little bit of size difference there, but the ball to be won. Olivia Parker, there we go for the Blue Warriors. Gets the first one away, and it'll be interesting to see how this joint team merged together. And you must have talked about these guys in that merger.
Yeah, for sure. There's amazing players, and they're coming together is pretty intimidating, but I think, it'll be good to watch this game.
I'll tell you what hasn't merged all that well, Tone. That's the blue and the green. That's a bit hard on the eyes, isn't it?
It is, just a little, and I believe they're going to wear as Olivia Parker goes about her work. She's obviously been training with the Aussie side as well.
Yeah.
We had a chat to her on in the crease the other day, and she would be certainly looking forward to being running around out here again.
Yeah, definitely.
And just that first little foray into not having done anything for the year. As Parker gets the ball again up the top, inside roll, but good defence there.
Abby, another rule change this year, the mesh being able to be played. You haven't adopted it just yet?
No, not yet, but I definitely would be interested. I love those sticks,
You would have had a little play at some stage.
We've got a little one
definitely.
out the back here. And our big sponsor, Aussie Lax Gear, there's the one with the Venom mesh in it. What do you reckon of that?
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
You know you can win that on In the Crease? All you got to do is shoot hard and get on there.
All right, I might start working on
Look
my
at that.
power shots then.
Look at that, hey. Anyone, I'd want that. That's a great prize there from our sponsor there on the faster shot, as we see the shot being had here. And just digging it out of the trees down the back there. So just a bit of a hold up here in proceedings. As ball kicks up here to B. McKay there. Parker doing a fair bit of work down the down this side. Looks inside, just misses the handle of the ball. Ball over the back.
Good mop up. Is that Lisa Panos up to...
Oh, there we go. Charlotte just picking them off. Kicks it over. Ball to be on the ground there.
Tara Parker off to the younger sister, Olivia. Bit of settled play here. Woodville. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes for the Woodville girls to get some consistency together there.
That bit of gel between the two teams.
Yeah, just get used to the way each other play, I guess.
Obviously, they've played against each other numerous times, but we see Charlotte there. Big axe coming down, and Charlotte would be used to them.
She's copped one on the beak there, it looks like, as well.
Might have been... Goes the bubble. And Charlotte, she wouldn't mind a free shot from up here. There are plenty of free shots in that first game. From
there was.
From the 11 metre. Oh, that's home. That's all clear.
Oh,
that has come off the back of the net. And if we get to put that up on the LSA TV replay, that has come up top corner, right off the back of the net and popped back out. That was definitely a goal, but not to be. And the ball comes back the other way. And as Karma says it, the creator, if he has anything to do with it, he will turn this over and it will come back the other way.
The creator's game, Tone. You think he's got some positive...
The creator has plenty to do, as we see Addie Cunningham with plenty to do. Ball kicks over here to Silvestri. And just down the other side.
Who's wearing the 5, Tone?
And that is Annie with the 5.
Good, right.
Sorry, Annie Ritchie.
Very good.
With Glenelg, with the Blue Warriors. Is Annie Ritchie, as Olivia just gives a little bit of a love tap. And
so anything else for Abby here while we got her, Tone?
Sorry, we were getting held up in the game there, Abby. Sorry.
That's all right.
Poor girl's gone to boiling point at this freezing cold temperature.
Yeah, look, all right. Well, we'll let Abby go. Abby can stay on as long as she likes, to be honest. But look, great game for the first game of the season, Ab, and we look forward to watching you for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
And we wish you all the best
Would
too.
you have to clear up, Abby? 1 in the last or 2 in the last for you? Goals? Just the 1.
Shix might have forgotten one, that's all.
Like the whole game?
No.
No, the last quarter.
1.
Oh, 1, yeah.
2 for the game.
3 for the game.
Oh, see, there it is. Shix missed you. Well, we said Abby might have had another one. But, the stat man, he's not around. No, Shix does a great job. Great job. We're trying to commentate, and we weren't sure. We were 1 short in that game.
That's all good.
So the hat trick for you. We won't let all those people out there.
We gave you best on, so that's okay.
Yeah, I think you made up for it.
That's what we do. But, look, we wish you all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
And obviously for the upcoming Aussie team, we hope you rip it up. And off the back of the 19s, we hope you make it to the women's senior team.
Cheers.
And we look forward to seeing you throughout the year.
Yes.
Abby Thorne, thank you for joining us on LSA TV.
Very good, Abby. Very good.
And the wonderful Abby Thorne there just leaving us. And great that she could join us after the game. And we would have kept her all night, wouldn't we, Shix?
Poor girl was freezing.
Yeah, it's all right. I was going to give her my gloves, but then I figured that my hands would get cold. The gentleman I am. One day. Thank you very much, Abby. As Abby just wanders off into the darkness.
You didn't they're not from the female section, are they? Those gloves, Tone?
They may have been.
Those little mittens.
I don't care. They're keeping me warm right now.
They are.
I've only got small hands, makes everything look big. And the Living Choice scoreboard says there's nothing happening at the moment. It is 0-0, although the Blue Warriors will be very probably upset that they didn't get a goal out of that last one. Good pick up, good little push called there. And ball here by Lisa Paynes.
0-0 on the scoreline. Not to popular belief, though.
So Jackie Raymond just pops that one into the centre.
Yep.
There's a few inherent balls going left, right and centre here, but the PM says let's just settle it down a little.
She's found some sun in her day lately too, hasn't she?
There's a couple I saw, obviously, Indy Williams and the PM may have gone to the same 18th birthday, I reckon, because plenty of tans in winter.
We saw this early in the first game, Tone. A little bit of stick handling errors. The cold, the dew, maybe, the nerves.
So Hannah Goff
See who
against Charlotte Winner. Charlotte Winner just picking cherries there off the tree. But good pick up there by Sarah Damon, who kicks it out to the side here. Kicks it back up to Jackie Raymond, who kicks it over to Lucy Martin. And Martin comes down the left-hand side. And there we go, the first score of the game, just beating the keeper there. Addie Cunningham just got past the defender, as we see here on the Living Choice replay. And she just manages to get down the side here, gets the ball, just cuts for space, just gets past the defender there, and pops that one down at the bottom left past Addie Cunningham, and Lucy Martin gets her first of the game and gets the score on the board for Wilderness.
Yep, plenty of space made there, giving her plenty of field space to run into.
So Jess Page going into the centre here against Olivia Parker.
Yep, a couple of good athletes, Tone.
In a running race, there'd be not much between them, I don't think. They're both very, very good athletes, as you say, Shicks. Ball up in the air, and to be won, and Page going about it. Parker just giving absolute pressure, and here we go. I think Jess Page, good check there, but that's gone into the crease. So Jess has run into the crease. I'm going to say Jess had the edge there on Olivia with the running, with the pace.
Oh, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone to keep up with Jess Page. You got some speeches around, though. Dana Johnson from that previous game, and Abby Thorne, of course.
Yeah. And here's someone who doesn't mind coming out of the cage and getting up the field, Addie Cunningham. She's obviously one of those Australian contracted players at the moment, looking to ply her craft, and that's a great outlet here. And Amy Butterfield with the ball, just steps inside.
Butterfingers loses the ball.
As the ball comes back over. And ball to be won here. Oh, I might have worn one on the helmet there. That's Michaela with a big push. And
go. Self-start. In they go. Oh, that's
Michaela Ritchie. And she goes again. So it doesn't mind. She's got Annie Ritchie on the inside. Annie Ritchie looks down the bottom.
Oh, is that Brett McKay?
Steps down and there we go.
Bianca McKay?
No, that's Amy Milbank, on the left there. And gets the first one for the Blue Warriors. And you see a good ball movement though, but switched on. They know that fast start. Amy Milbank down the bottom. She gets her first for the Blue Warriors. And there you go. There's the quiz question for the year. Shicks,
yes.
Who was the first scorer for the Blue Warriors in season 2020?
The answer to that is Amy Milbank.
There you go. So for all those quiz nights out there, you can add that to your list.
Word. Ground right. Olivia Parker wins everything in the air.
Everything in the air. So the PM against the OP.
Yes, okay.
And there was crickets down here at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. Ball to be won. We're going to have a interference call there. And the ball will go the way of... great pressure there, though, from the Blue Warriors.
Tara Parker now down to the offensive end.
So another one
Oh,
here in quick succession, but that's going to go and out of bounds. And the goal scorer there, Amy Milbank, just not being able to handle that one.
and I don't understand there. So Amy Milbank, what a sportsman, went and got the ball that she missed, gave it to the opposition, stood away from her, free clear up the field.
Very nice, wasn't she?
Yeah, very nice.
And ball up the top here, and here's the goal scorer.
That's right, Lucy Martin.
Just under good pressure there from Anastasia Rich. No, that was, sorry, Amy Butterfield.
Goff floating through the
So
middle.
Butterfield with plenty of pressure on the ball there. So we've got a 3-second call here. And that won't hurt them too much.
Not from there with the lefty ball on the lefty stick.
So Annie Ritchie just being able to set back into the defence now.
Space
Release
there.
low up the
Goff.
top. Goff, big save there from Cunningham.
Oh,
But
crumbs.
can we call her not only the PM, can we call her the scrap man right now? Because that was a great save there from Addie Cunningham. Came out of the stick and the PM was right there as we see here on the Living Choice instant replay. Big save there from Cunningham. Pops out the stick straight back to the PM. And Hannah Goff
Reward for her effort.
On
Good
the-
save. Addie Cunningham, good save.
on the board with her first. And a 2-1 game. And it's quite entertaining. Great
It is.
trigger.
It is. Good start. So again here, face off Jess Page, Olivia Parker. Again, ball stays in the air. Olivia Parker probably wins this. Jess needs to
On the
out-hustle
ground?
her. Out-hustle on the ground. Nothing going, taking nothing away from Olivia Parker, of course. But the speed of Jess Page will help her out.
We've got an offside here.
Yeah, that
So I think, Bianca McKay stepped into the circle before that happened. So
is that right? Bianca McKay did. I think they called it on Annie Ritchie though.
okay, so they both stepped in then.
They did.
Both a bit eager.
And Goff just streaming down. Ooh, we saw that called up
Good
for
work
foul
from-
earlier, didn't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
and you are right, Shix.
we called that.
Very consistent.
Yes. Self-start.
And a Goff just runs into the defender. Oh, very unlucky there because might have made the contact herself.
Yeah, that was Kit McKay. McKay?
Oh,
It's McKay. isn't
McKay.
it? McKay, yep.
Yep.
So that's
Oh,
ooh.
good there from Parker. Doing a great job. But there you go. That's what Addie Cunningham brings
Oh, she slipped.
with the slip.
She's
Good
gone
enough.
down.
Good enough on the ground just to get the ball away. And there's a quick start here. They've got Amy Butterfield was off to the races.
She had a slip there, blowout with the...
So that dew point at the moment, Shix out there, must be just starting to pick up a little bit.
yes, if it saves you once a year, it's a good year.
It is. Nothing like a good set of new shoes on. Oh, good work here. And over the top here is Butterfield.
Oh,
Just didn't make the pass.
Threaded
Amy was off to the races, but it's coming
needle.
back the other way.
oh, cradling error.
And Jackie Raymond. Oh, look at Addie Cunningham. Just brings a different... When you look at the female goalies in this league,
Yes.
Addie is one of those goalies that will come out and do that. There's not a great deal other that do that.
She's proving it already tonight.
And it just adds a different dimension, doesn't it? Because a lot of these ladies wouldn't expect the goalie to be coming out as hard as she is. And that's twice now Addie's come out of the cage to pick up a ground ball.
Yep.
And sometimes that can work against you. But Butterfield with the ball might have worn one there as well.
Oh, that's a turnover, is it?
So that I don't know whether that's one of the new rule Shix, but maybe.
Not sure. Unaware. It's not on the new rule sheet we have. It doesn't say you can't cradle it too hard.
And we're going to have 3 seconds here.
Having a real impact, the Zebras, aren't they?
Oh, no. Oh, yes. No. Okay, 3 seconds it was.
So number 9, who
Sarah
we got there?
Damon.
Sarah Damon, yes.
And she lines Addie. Good
Oh.
save there from Addie. That's come off the stick, but she followed it really well. Amy Butterfield going to ground.
Jess Page.
And Jess looking for Hannah Goff up the top. Picks up Annie Ritchie. And that is time. Did not see the clock come on. That's how entertaining that was there, Shix.
It was 2-1, I think, isn't it? 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 for the way of
Wilderness
at the moment. And
now, we should mention the Wilderness team has an influx of North Adelaide players, by the looks of it.
There's a few there. We've got, obviously, in the cage,
We have young Jess Reid.
Jess Reid down there. Hasn't had a huge amount of work to do as yet.
Not yet, but we'll soon see the Woodville Sturt girls settle a bit more when they get a little bit more.
Well, they need to understand, you know, it's, you know what it's like, Shix, when you go and suit up with another club and sometimes you join up or you find another team.
That's right.
Just understanding where people run and how they run and why they run is an art in itself, isn't it? Getting to know your players.
Correct.
Now, boys, I just went and clarified that. You are not allowed to self-start in the last 30 seconds of the first 3 quarters or the last 2 minutes of the last quarter.
Well, isn't that a great rule when there is no visual clock for the players to know?
Yeah, it's very difficult, isn't it?
So when the clock is on the field.
So, okay, that's interesting, isn't it? It's a bit pedantic, I believe, because how would you know, as you say, Shix?
You would not know.
Unless someone was screaming it at you, and you're not, by law, you're not actually allowed to have visual aids at a lacrosse ground that actually tell you how much time is left in the game.
You're not allowed to?
No. So that is an international rule where the Japanese actually got picked up with it in South Korea, the men's team, and they used to have a card up that said 2 minutes, 1 minute, and they actually got told that they would have goals taken off them if they use them again at international rules. So
I guess, Tony, if we were allowed to, we would have traditional verandas and carports building.
Well, they would build a scoreboard or build a shot clock, and we might actually go and see from traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering.
Yeah.
And thanks to traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering, and one of our great sponsors here, and the other great sponsor we have is obviously Living Choice, who are a fantastic sponsor of Lacrosse South Australia and have been for a very long time.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to sneak one in here.
Go on.
Aussie Lax Gear. And you can get in touch, aussielaxgear.com.au, looking after the inner crease with their faster shot sponsorship.
Just having a little play with that stick in between games, Tony. It's
neat, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Hey? The Venom Mesh. You like that?
I love the Venom Mesh.
Oh, the Venom Mesh is very good. And
is that one word or two?
Oh, definitely Venom. It just flows out of the mouth, doesn't it?
Venom Mesh.
And get in touch with Pete Greenhoud there on aussielaxgear.com because he'll look after you for all your needs. What's going to look after itself is the goal scorers for the quarter there, Shix.
We had one from Amy Milbank for the Blue Warriors. I think she kicked the proceedings off. And then Hannah Goff, Lucy Martin. So 2 for Wilderness.
And Lucy Martin, that first one, did a really good job for her opponent to clear space there down the left.
She was the first goal scorer, correct. Amy Milbank first.
Came around on the left. On the bottom.
Lovely,
and then obviously the PM.
Yep, slice and dice.
Hannah Goff just pops one up. Addie saves, pops back out.
Yep, great. A fierce competitor on the ground ball, Hannah Goff.
She is, and made that one her own, didn't she?
She does.
You can't give her too many shots at the at that point. So ball is going back to the centre here. We've got Parker up against Hannah Goff. As the it just gets a little bit cooler down here.
It does, Tony. My feet are freezing.
It's and just think, Shix, if you had a beer, you wouldn't have to put it in a
No,
would
you're
you?
right. I'd be drinking it with my feet.
Just to warm it up. As the game warms up here, kicks it over to Charlotte Wynn and Olivia Parker winning that. So Jess Page putting the pressure. You can see the pressure here.
Must be a man up. There's no one in the...
no, there's no man up here.
No man up. Just doubling
Wildy
up. Yeah,
just
okay.
looking at putting the pressure on. Maybe they watched the Brighton Bombers do this in the first game.
They did.
And thought they might just put a little bit more pressure as Bianca McKay goes around and kicks out to the back, but gets a player running straight into her there.
Lucinda, isn't it? Lucinda Silvestri defending on her there.
We just had Hayley Thompson-Hill, though, just ran straight in front of B. So little low one. Good save there on the leg guards.
Good pick up
from
there.
Jess
Good
Reid.
there. So Wilderness, always well organised Wilderness. We saw that last year, Tone, didn't we?
That they are. Good pass into the centre there. Hits Jackie Raymond. Jackie Raymond's off to the races.
Yeah, it's gone.
Amy.
Swipe.
And that ball, and Addie, well, there she goes again.
Yep.
Just adds another dimension to the women's game and across the centre. Don't know that would be the play, Shix, in our coaching career, would it?
Coach Killer.
That one just throwing the ball straight back into the crease. Could have gotten anything without a keeper in there. And then if there's a penalty there, if something happens, Addie stuck out as we saw in that first game.
Is it free movement or not?
No, not at that point.
Right, okay.
And Lucinda Silvestri just pops that one hip side on the right hand.
Yeah.
And Lucinda Silvestri there just gets her first of the game, and really good move as we see here on the Living Choice instant replay. Just gets on the left, cuts back on the right.
Tucks it away, puts it under the wing of the goalkeeper, right hand stick side, but still found a keyhole to poke it through.
And Addie probably be a little disappointed in that one, being stick side.
Yes.
But that's a 3-1 game now, as we see Wildy just starting to assert some authoritative pressure here.
And we're down another degree here officially on the BOM.com.
And a little side note there on LSA TV, it said Addie has to show Sammy how to get out the cage like that. So, way, shots fired.
Yes. I'm not sure if that's a sexual innuendo or not, Tone. but I like it.
Is it warming you up anyway, Shix? Down here it does. The temperature just drops. And Olivia Parker under immense pressure. Look, there's three. There's got to be players available. Oh,
good.
That is a ward if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, what?
That we saw one in the first game. Kicks it over to McKay. McKay just misses it. Jess Page
was the one who got knocked down and was able to recover well enough to get the intercept pass.
And look at the double pressure here. So there's got to be, as just looks up, but the pressure is coming defensively from Wilderness. Doing a fantastic job, and here's a goal scorer from the last.
Yeah, centre of the field, Goff will mop up. So Wilderness look to be a much fitter unit at the moment, don't they?
Well, you're looking here at the moment, and maybe the COVID break, as we see, Hannah Goff
good check,
gets a good checker flag here.
Looks like the flag is out. No, she's just wiping her nose with it.
So, but what we're going to see is Hannah Goff free shot. Top of the 11 metres.
Yep, the leaderboard. Clubhouse leader.
And we know how quick she shoots, don't we? 106 kilometres an hour.
Here she goes.
Passes it down to Silvestri. Just, again, missing the handle here. And Addie picks the ball up. Oh.
No, you've moved too quickly, have you?
See, this is the thing with the free movement. I like the idea of having free movement in, but too close to the goal. Well, she is the goalie, so...
So that's an out of bounds. Look how far away the Wilderness girl has to go. Takes her out of play. Anyway, we move on.
And ball kicks up here, and here's Kit McKay. Kira Lee just down the outside, but look at the double pressure. Great handle there from Kira Lee as Charlotte comes over to lend a hand there. I like the double pressure here at the moment from Wilderness, though, Shix.
They are hot on, aren't they?
Can they hold that up for the whole game, though? They're certainly looking a little fitter as Olivia Parker just bullocks her way, and that one's gone out of bounds. And Jess Page might have this one.
She certainly does.
No, Tammy said.
Yeah, the umpire with the best view on it.
She had right on that line there, Tammy. But Jess Page, she's working really hard at the moment. Both ends of the field.
Super athlete.
And those, as you say, she got knocked down before the other side there.
Yeah.
And came back to defend on this side.
Recovered that well. She got the knockdown.
So B just stepping inside. Flag on the play. And B is going to find herself with a free shot here.
That's Chloe Scott, former Woodville player. Swiping away.
Swiping away. Maybe she's used to that at training sessions. So B McKay lines up, steps in, pops it, and hits the keeper again. But Charlotte winning. So they're having their opportunities here, are the Blue Warriors.
Yep. And
pops it up the top. Oh, good stick handle. That's a fantastic goal there from Anastasia Ritchie.
Fantastic, all right.
Just grabs it on the right, and we're going to see this one on the Living Choice replay. Great look inside. A little bit of that forward mojo starting to happen. Left hand, right hand.
Wasn't the greatest of passes. Had to reach.
Really did a great job there, did Annie Ritchie.
Brilliant, yeah.
And Annie gets her first of the game for the Blue Warriors, and the score just ekes back a little closer at 3-2.
That was a fantastic individual effort there. I like that.
But the ability to grab it right out of a nothing ball, really, a feed into the crease with
a high feed.
2 players.
Certainly a high feed.
Had 2 players in there, dropped it left and pops it over the left-hand shoulder on the left hand. That's the goal of this game so far, I'd say.
Sold some candy to the goalie.
Ball to be won here again. So the Blue Warriors pick it up. Bianca McKay just coming into her own. Charlotte winning, picks the ball up. But you can see that double pressure every time that the Blue Warriors get it. There's light blue hanging all over them.
Which provides an opportunity offensively. If Woodville and Sturt can...
inside. Charlotte winning again. Is this going to cost them as the game goes on? And that should be... Oh, no, she stepped out of bounds. Oh, I'm not liking that.
Okay.
I'm sure that...
I didn't mind it. I
don't know about that. I'm sure the Wilderness player was out of bounds then when the ball went out. So, but we are not on the mark.
Good control, though. Good control there from...
I'd like to see that replay.
Yeah, yep.
Because obviously if the player is out of bounds, they cannot be deemed to be closest to the ball.
That'll be one for those playing along at home. Oops.
But maybe is the creator watching this game here, Shix? Because the creator's karma always comes back, and it always seems to even it up when it's something's not done right. As Amy just breaks towards the ball. There's one over the top. That's just a hit and hope up the middle. But that could come off. Just fitness level at the moment between the two teams. I can tell you the Wilderness team look a little bit fitter than the... as the 4 players are busting back into defence. They just look a little bit fitter at the moment. Do the Wilderness
That's a hot
team.
Ball. Good control, though. Good. And probably not a bad check, but being called up.
So that ball is... That's going to be a green ball, I think. That is an offside here, I believe, on Wilderness.
Yep.
Just having a chat here, but, I mean, the Blue Warriors were definitely onside.
Yeah, we know you went offside, but that's okay. We'll give you a chance.
And just resetting the ball to where it was. Shix, maybe some simultaneous stuff going on there.
Might have been another one we didn't see, Tone. Yep.
Yep. Oh, that one's over the top.
Shot from an angle that was going to be a good goal. But well backed up, well collected. Will you have another chance?
Ball down the back here with the first quarter goal scorer.
Still 3-2.
Lucy Martin. And a push there from Olivia Parker.
She's racking up the indiscretions, isn't she? 5 already.
Oh, but again, I like the attack on the cage. We spoke about it in the first game.
Too much this time, Tone. Too much attack.
Oh, Charlotte. Maybe she just...
She'll pay the price.
Maybe she just had a bit of a chat.
She'll pay the price. She'll go sit in the bin.
2 minutes for Charlotte winning. So they'll be a man-down situation. And this will be interesting because the Blue Warriors, in a man-down situation, their defence wouldn't have had a lot of time to work together as a club. Steps inside. Good. Steps around Addie. Great save there from Addie.
Good collect there by
Jackie Raymond.
Jackie Raymond, yeah.
Great in the crease, and that's where all the action happens.
Yep.
But up high, Addy was right in the right place. Good save.
Yeah, great save. Great save.
And the time just ticks down a little bit here, so they won't mind that. Penalty just running.
It is.
As Charlotte's just, she's just reassessing herself over there, isn't she?
Oh, there's a good knockdown there, but Woodville double.
Oh, Addy comes out. She wants to get back in. Jess Page. Oh, Addy, good save. Well, let's see. See Addy just come out the back here. That one opened up, and Addy obviously going out to get that ball. Just gets a stick in the way. She's done her job.
Very good.
She's trying to put pressure on there, and knowing Addy, I'd just keep running because you'll get a push here.
Won't be able to get away though from Miss Raymond.
So they're man down at the moment, and if she keeps running, or just hits the target, good hit.
Good collect by McKay. Britt, I think that one. The Britt.
So Kit.
Kit, yeah,
Kit.
they've got Britt written down
Britt
here
Kit.
on the score sheet.
Yeah, Kiralee McKay wearing number 8 for the Blue Warriors. So a good outlet there from Addy. And the Charlotte about to be released here, so she may come straight off the bench.
Wilderness now, look at the.
Well, wouldn't you set
here?
I'd say, wouldn't you set someone here? So when that's released, now you'd set Amy.
Yes.
And Amy, oh, there's going to be a push. So about to go. So quick restart. Amy Butterfield with the ball. Kicks it over here to Kiralee. Kiralee under a fair amount of pressure there from Chloe Scott. Kicks it back up to.
Butterfield, yep. Oh,
Kicks it over. This is it. Oh, good check there from Paige.
Yeah, well, look at her all over it.
Anastasia Ritchie. She's going to get a push there as well.
Not
And free start. Oh, there's a swipe there as well. There's another swipe. That's going to be a card, I reckon. And she's got a fair square across the schnozzle.
That's Chloe Scott again.
So Annie Ritchie, but I like what she did. She went hard.
Intent. Tony.
Intent. And certainly drawing fouls. So she's going to come up on the 11-metre spot for a free shot here.
Yep, copped one on the mush. She's still...
And this will be very interesting. So they haven't set up real well here, Wildy, at the moment.
Here comes the boss. Jess is coming across to
So
sort things out.
this is the one-step shot. Oh, just stick side high. Oh, good pickup there. That was a great little pickup from Michaela Ritchie. Just had another opportunity for a shot off a scrappy ground ball.
Silvestri goes. 1, 2,
And isn't
3.
Silvestri playing a game tonight already?
Woodville girls gone. Down she goes, streaming.
And it opens up on the opposite side here for Wildy.
But Woodville now have the ability to play man advantage. And that is
So Lucy Martin.
Lucy Martin.
And there we go. Oh, that's a check and a half, isn't it?
Good check. Good check.
Rubbin's racing out here at Glenelg Lacrosse Club. And
Little scrappy down there.
Ball
but
is.
like it'll come back into.
Oh, there we go. There's a push.
The Blue Warriors.
Bit of a illegal body called down there by Tammy, so that's going to go into a Blue Warriors stick.
Tara Parker there, back to the goalkeeper, Addy.
Oh,
Upwards to...
there's another one over here, Amy.
That's right, Michaela Ritchie.
So it opens up on the outside here. There's a swipe as well.
Into trouble.
But where's her help? You look here, and she's running down, and everyone else is just heading towards the goal. They're not actually presenting across and being an option for Michaela there.
Well, it's been a frantic first half. Bit of a track meet, up and down, up and down.
So Michaela is heading towards the cage. And another one here for the Blue Warriors with probably limited time in this quarter. So.
And that is timeout green. So not a bad call there.
That's
the first one of the evening.
Probably good. I don't know how long is left in this quarter.
I think we had a 3-minute call there, Marty, did we? No?
Not sure, but 3-2 is the score here, Shix.
Tight one.
another goal here from the Blue Warriors.
A tight
Tidy
one.
that up.
A tight one at the Antarctic.
Well, I did actually say that it would be a draw tonight, Chicks. So
Right.
I'm very close to it at the moment.
Well, no more draws. So
So we've got rid of the
yep.
we've got rid of the draws and we're into an overtime situation.
We just wanted to
Oh!
let you run with that for a little while.
Who would have decided that? Hey, you know what? Give him a big pat on the back, because there is nothing worse than playing a game and finishing as a tied game.
That empty feeling.
Oh, I feel happy now, Shix. I've just warmed up a little from that knowledge.
Yep. It's like eating dark chocolate, isn't it?
It is sometimes.
You open up the wrapper, you're excited for the chocolate. You have that dull feeling
of
being dark chocolate.
Yep. But you're still happy that you're actually
Well, you still get to eat it,
getting something. Yeah.
but it's not the result that you want.
No. So let's see what the two coaches here of the Blue Warriors have in mind. Ball down the back.
Tara Parker bringing up
Okay,
Charlotte
kicks it
here
up
on
to
the
Charlotte.
45.
Charlotte,
Good.
steps inside. Good defence there.
Very good. Very good.
Kicks it back. Cutter's coming. Looks at Parker. Parker steps inside. And bang, there we go from the heavens, Shix. We were talking about that.
Out of nothing there for Olivia Parker. The pass wasn't great, although she is tall, so there's no fear of interception.
See here on Living Choice and Traditional, and that was built tough. That one.
Yes, good catch, good shot.
Bit like Traditional, and we've got a 3-3 game here as the mist just starts to come across the ground a little bit.
Yep, the eerie feeling.
But quite cool down here, and you can see the women out there when they're breathing. You can see the old fake smoke coming out the mouth.
Okay, yep, good.
So ball to be won in the middle here. Charlotte Winnan steps up to the centre draw. I think this is the first one that Charlotte's taken tonight.
Just easing her way into it.
Against Hannah Goff.
Hannah Goff, yes. Three-all.
So an interesting ball to be won here, but the PM just picks up the ball. She's got open in the centre.
Oh, shot on. No.
Yeah, Addie just stepping out.
Oh, good catch.
Good defence there from, good from Addie up high, but that right up in the
probably
in the
didn't
spot.
Not enough pepper on that one. Addie mops up.
And obviously,
Addie Cunningham.
have they changed the rule with the amount of time that the goalie can spend in the circle this year, Shix, I believe?
Not sure. 5 seconds.
5 seconds now. Remember the old 10-second where they just standing there forever and everyone disappeared?
Yes.
Well, now it's good. 5 seconds. So why wouldn't you put a bit more pressure on the goalie?
Speed them up.
In this situation.
Speed them up.
You know what? Make the goalie have to really do some work.
Yep, I agree.
Just nailed each other, did Olivia and Amy. They have just friendly fired each other across the centre there. And that's looking after your teammate, isn't it? That was a good solid hit between the two. And whistle goes. And that is half time here at 3-3. As Olivia and Amy just get around each other. But that was a fair run into each other into the centre there. Don't know whether you caught that one there, Shix.
Yep, just decided not to comment on it, Tony.
Okay.
Two people want to run around and run into each other, then so be it.
So be it. Maybe for a little bit of warmth. Get the blood running. Interesting first half here. Low scoring.
Low scoring.
I like the intensity of the Wilderness women in their defensive attributes at the moment.
Great pressure on the ball carrier early in the defensive set, isn't it?
It's becoming a real trend, isn't it, in that in the women's game where they're putting pressure on the up the field.
Yeah, pressure on the ball.
As soon as the ball carrier gets it, there's two on the. So teams will have to start to understand that that's happening, and there's got to be a free player somewhere.
As the temperature just slowly slides down the scale again.
And you know what I'd do in that case? I'd get Traditional to build me something to keep me warm, and we might hear from our sponsors right now.
Help keep the dew off the grass. score sheet there, Shik's got no idea who's what.
Yeah, 3-all.
Don't worry, mate. Livia's only got one.
No, worry. Fucking bullshit. No, I won't worry about the other bloody fuzz.
We're going with it. It's cold, isn't it?
And if not, we'll just make it up.
It's bloody cold in the bloody polar bear's ball bag.
Yeah. I reckon it's dropped. Halved itself in the last 10 minutes.
Can't wait to go to work, man. No.
You're not doing the kids. You've been coaching the kids. I saw you out there one week.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll be at
Under 8.
Found it. I'm using it.
When's the launch, Nosy? Big shed.
shit, you heard. Hey, Ben
worries,
with
mate. Yeah. What are you doing? You don't deliver my camera back? You wearing my clothes? Something I should know about? What was your ball?
Yeah, Addie's pretty good. Oh, we just said she said she comes out the cage, which a lot of women don't. So normally they sit in the hole where she's that ground ball. So
I might run off and do
there
it.
you go. We got me.
Good about our experience
Yeah,
in the team.
but that's why.
6 on 6 is not going to be pretty.
Sometimes it can be
Got like 2 consecutive drives in the innings.
you come out and draw a foul and you've got a hole.
Sometimes you get back.
Hey,
now and again.
hey, Warren Brown did it. I mean, the amount of times he came in and straight, I don't know if he's bloody Denver. As we get back here to the third quarter. And a big shout out to the Brooklyn Nets himself, Braden Munn up there on the camera, doing a great job in what is a pretty brisk evening down here. And Braden, now you'll know why I bought the gloves before I came out. There's age and wisdom in this grey hair. But ball in the centre here, Jess Page against Olivia Parker. And we've seen that battle a bit tonight. As the whistle goes, Tammy Varga blows the whistle for the first one. Hannah Goff against Olivia Parker. Jess Page coming in. Ball to be won in the air. 3v2. Charlotte winning. She puts herself into the game, but Jess Page picks it up and kicks it over. And now kicks it down there to Jackie Raymond. And Jackie Raymond just holds the ball up as her Wilderness team gets settled. Kicks it over to Lucinda Silvestri, who kicks it over to Hannah Goff. And ball in the offense here for Wilderness. A 3-all game on the Living Choice scoreboard early in the third term. As we see there, Lucy Martin coming down the left again. Shicks, that's where she got her first goal, but got held up this time.
She's been impressive, Lucy Martin. I'm not sure if she played too many games last year. I don't recall, but it's another good shot through the 5-hole.
I reckon Addie got a bit of that. We might have a look on the replay there, Living Choice. It looked like she might have got a bit of stick on that, but that certainly fired it off, as we see here on the Living Choice.
That's a lovely goal, isn't it? A lot of pressure there. Good D, just slips through.
Oh, 5-hole. I don't know that Addie did get anything on that, but maybe. But again, she starts off where she did in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And she got the first goal of the game, so...
very good after the main break, isn't she?
Isn't she? So 1 in the first,
Lucy
1 in the
Martin,
third.
The go ahead. 4-3, Wildy.
And
The
back,
Baby Blues.
back to the centre, 4-3. And it is turning out to be a quite entertaining game at the moment. There's a few stick skill errors still out there, but
Yep, that's
to be expected.
Yep, from the Blue Warriors. Just getting together, getting used to each other.
Page against Parker. Parker, Page. There's a advantage played. So down the back here.
Long ball to Tyra Parker, and then McKay just makes that was Millbank.
Millbank making space. Millbank with a goal of her own so far.
Very good to start with. So here goes Olivia Parker. Looks to size up Jess Page.
And just clearing space there. So Olivia's got their kicks.
Cut.
Charlotte
Feed wasn't quite there.
just dropped the head a little bit there. So
and that's Chloe Scott.
Bianca McKay, against Scott.
Millbank at X. So the left-hander will carry the
Against
ball up.
Silvestri.
And a nice little isolation for Olivia Parker. Unfortunately, Jess Page is there, one of the
There's
better
a double there.
defenders.
So need to draw. Annie Ritchie, she's already got one tonight. That was a beautiful one where she went right to left.
Good defence there. That looked to be like Cassie Gowdy.
And you're nicknaming Glenelg Lacrosse Club Arctic Park at the moment here, Shex?
It is cold. Penguins.
Oh, steps over, bang! And Olivia Parker just popping one on the board to even the score back up. Jess Page not real happy with that, I don't think, as we see here on the Living Choice replay.
I think it's friendly fire. We'll see some help come across there from
I reckon she ran into her own here, did she?
Yeah, Silvestri came across, got legs caught up. That freed Olivia Parker, hands free, slotted away.
And that's her second for the game, I believe.
Jess Reed, no chance on that one. 1-1 for the quarter.
And we're 4-4.
Fours.
So back and forth, 4-4. And the ball comes back to the centre. Good contest in the centre here between Parker and Page.
It is. It is. Jess is just a fierce competitor. Anything on the ground, her speed gives her first chance so many times.
And a good ground ball contest out the other side there just before that goal was scored by Bianca McKay, which kept the ball into a Blue Warriors stick. And it's coming the other way.
Goff broke.
Oh, Goff.
So she'll have to start out to the side. I don't know why Jess
Under
Page
pressure here. Olivia Parker, she's just scored a goal. So you know what Liv's like. She doesn't mind getting back-to-back goals.
The bulk of the work will be required from Olivia, but Jess Page.
So certainly becoming a battle here, isn't it?
It is.
Between those two players. So Liv, this is...
No outside shot here, Tone. She'll get in as close as she can, I would think.
Oh, I'm popping down low, and I'm thinking if she doesn't hit the keeper, this one's going in the back of the net. Yep, down low, didn't hit the keeper.
Yep,
back of the net. We should coach this game, Chicks.
Third quarter, enter Olivia Parker.
Olivia Parker with her second in about as many minutes, or probably less than that. And we see here Living Choice just down stick side right there.
Good shot, giving.
And the Blue Warriors take a slender lead at 5-4.
5-4.
So
putting herself, a nice little effort here, Olivia Parker, putting herself right in the headlights.
And wouldn't you just put yourself in the headlights with our two major sponsors, Living Choice and Traditional, mate? They put themselves in their own spotlight, don't they? With what they do.
Absolutely.
As we come here, and we'll talk about the Living Choice player of the game as the game goes on. But certainly a couple of people starting to put their hands up as one of them just gets it.
Yep.
On cue, so maybe she heard. Looks the other side. Here we go. Lucy Martin just dropped the ball.
Yep.
Tried to come back in. Didn't change hands. She's obviously very, very one-handed dominant there, Lucy Martin.
That's Chloe Scott going down low. I think looks like it might be
Tries
Raymond.
the backdoor cut there, but Michaela. Oh, Addie, just popping out. She's backing herself, isn't she, Addie Cunningham?
Yeah, she is. She is.
Kicks it over to Bianca McKay, and she's going to have to run this out. Just clearing space there is Amy Butterfield, but Amy gets this ball. Jess Page is all over the back of her. Jess Page just seems to come from nowhere, doesn't she?
Yeah, that was great help defence then. Just went to the wrong shoulder though, didn't she? She was stuck on the left-hand side.
So Charlotte just giving Tara a bit of a Gramble stat. maybe she's got her in Supercoach for the week.
Yep.
As we see Michaela Ritchie down in the offense here for the Blue Warriors. And she's picked up by Hannah Goff. Amy Milbank on the back. Under pressure. Good. And here we go again. Comes around. Just
hot ball though. Hot ball to the crease. Probably just need to hold on to that a little bit or give it a little bit earlier.
So Michaela Ritchie just kicking it
to Tara Parker playing
in the back. So you can hear the coach screaming over the other side there, just clearing space, and looks inside. Charlotte just not grabbing that one. Ball to be won. Keeper with the ball. No, keeper not with the ball. Keeper with the ball.
Go up,
just up and over. That's a good outlet.
Martin off for the lefty. Here we go. Give it to the Hannah Goff, the prime mover, and away we go.
Here we go. So we got numbers on both sides here. Steps and good save there from Addie Cunningham. Good work there from Hannah Goff on the crease, on the knees. Just flicking it back to her advantage.
It'll pick up by number 5, who we don't have on the score sheet.
And we'll see there, Amy Butterfield just getting called for the push. So ball.
Scott down there, off to Jackie Raymond, who will probably
nice cut there from Lucy Martin.
Goff looking for space, saying, Jackie, it's got to be you. Give it to me.
Good work there from Olivia Parker. And there's a push.
And that's pretty good.
Oh, that's off the bar. This is coming. This could come back with interest here.
Unlucky.
But Jess Page.
Yep.
She's just everywhere, isn't she?
Yeah.
You look, and that she's offside.
The mop up.
No, she's not. No, sorry. She came back. She just moves so quickly, you just don't know. You know, she makes offsides look offside.
She does. She does.
So
cuts, nice little cuts there, not on. Good control, Raymond. Looking.
Assessing the options.
Now having a little go herself. She's got Paige at X, so she probably should look at left.
Good save there from Addie Cunningham again. Oh, steps inside, and that one's gone wide. So that came off of Michaela Ritchie's stick there.
Good pressure though, Woodville. Good defensive set here. They've really knuckled down.
And you can see how cool it is. I don't know whether you can pick that up on the vision on LSA TV, but everyone's blowing. And it's certainly cool down here at Glenelg Lacrosse Club. Hannah Goff with the penalty, and she's going to have a free shot.
Take the shot.
So Bianca McKay just wearing the wrath there. And the PM with that leading shot score of 106, but just held on to it too long. 6 degrees down here at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club at the moment. I can tell you it feels like -6.
It does.
On how are your feet feeling, chicks?
Can't feel them.
my legs. Can't feel my legs.
My guts went that way.
And Jess Page, she's against Tam there. Tam steps inside. Good pick off from Parker. Certainly putting her name up for that Living Choice Player of the evening as well.
Poor feed to the crease. It was a desperation.
Oh, she's going to come back inside. Looks down the bottom corner. Just
good pressure. Good enough pressure.
Was good pressure, but
Poor
had that open player down there. But here we go. This could turn over.
Just slipped out the back there. That might be Eliza Fenton. Is it over there coming up the field?
I believe. Kicks it over here to Lacindra.
Yes.
And there's plenty of green back here, but she's gone hard. Amy
just needed
Butterfield.
To hold on to it.
Good defense there, just held her ground and ran straight into it, didn't she?
Yeah, poor offensive decisions. Just hold on to the ball, let your numbers come back.
So that's going to be, that's going to be a penalty. Oh.
I don't know if it is.
There was a free start there.
She's doing it. Oh, wow, okay.
Okay, let him play. Olivia Parker dropping the handle of the ball. Goalie comes out. Yep. She's been watching Addie from the other end. Jess Reed comes out.
Page mops up.
Kicks it to Silvestri.
Needs to be more sound in her decision-making on the way up.
She's got players inside. They've got the numbers here. It's 5 on 4 as it sits.
Raymond. The speedster.
Steps
Shoots.
inside, but Addie's too good for that. And here we go. You got Milbank over the back here.
Yeah, no.
If Addie looks up,
Addie, that's good. That's good. There's no need to rush you. Just take the wind out of the game.
so
here.
5-4. We've probably got about 2.5 minutes to go in this third term.
Frantic. Yeah.
3.5 to go in the third term.
Frantic last 5 or 6 minutes.
And the next goal becomes really pivotal in this really low-scoring game.
Really important, isn't it?
Absolutely. So the ball just not being rushed here. This is the little one we set up once upon a time at Sturt, where you just overload one side, and normally we had someone presenting up to it, and as then double back, and you just pop it over the top. But so Kit McKay, if she goes here, Kit, and Addie goes with her, this will open up this side. You've got the 2-on-1 this side now. So go. If Kit goes hard,
now she's looking for a 2-on-1.
you've got to clear this space down the back here.
And here we go. The umpire furthest away wants to call an offside. There's 2 in perfect position. And
We've got a card. Too many on. No.
she waved as if it was a check to the head. She's 30 metres off the ball.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe there was too many on.
That might be 2 yellows as well. 2 yellows for Chloe Scott, was it? Off the ball incident.
So 2 yellows equal a red, which is a 5-minute penalty, which means see you later.
Possibly.
Potentially.
But
Steps inside, just drop.
sleeping, and then drop the handle.
Right in the shooting position.
What a present.
But they're in a man-up situation here, so they need to put the pressure on the light blues.
Yep. And really just need
Silvestri, look at Silvestri working through the centre here.
collect.
And she's going to get the ball
Yep. Very good.
and off to the races if she can get in front.
Just needs to be smart here and play the percentage.
Well, they are man down now. They're a goal down at the moment. It's 5-4.
Need to be moving. She's got to move the ball on.
But where's the next pass?
Oh, that's...
And over the top.
Gee whiz. What an opportunity.
Huge opportunity there, especially in a man-up situation. They are man down at the moment.
Yep.
So, nice cut.
Great cut, wasn't it?
Martin certainly not giving up where she started off for the start of the night. Here she goes again. Martin still presenting.
Making space here for Lucinda. She's done the bulk of the work this offensive set.
Tam kicks it over to Martin. Martin against Butterfield.
Yes, good cover
Passes
there.
her off.
Good cover D.
Nearly gotten inside.
Raymond, if she can wind them up, she can get going.
So Raymond.
Clock's still not on, so must have been a good 5-minute foul, Tone.
And
Here she goes.
should we be
Space.
doubling the ball here?
Space is her friend.
Steps, opens up, looks down,
Didn't need
gets
to
the
pump.
tip. Addie Cunningham picks the ball up, and that's coming back. So there's got to be a free player here. Amy, that potentially was trouble. Up to the middle, kicks it to Parker, and that is the time. That is three-quarter time here. And the Blue Warriors up by a goal at 5-4 at three-quarter time here on your Living Choice traditional scoreboard.
They are. There's a big 6-7 minute spurt there from Olivia Parker. 2 goals and dominated in the centre of the field in the halfway, or sort of the middle point of that third quarter. And she single-handedly got Woodville, the Blue Warriors, Woodville Sturt Blue Warriors, back from a one down to 1 up. So that was it was a 4-3 game, wasn't it?
Yep.
After,
and now,
of course, Lucy Martin scored her second.
And now 5-4. So,
now 5-4.
But that could have been really ugly in that last 20 seconds of that quarter where Addie threw the ball up the field and nearly picked off by a...
Well, she probably needed to go a little bit earlier with Woodville Sturt being a player up. I keep saying Woodville because they're wearing the green tops. But the Blue Warriors.
And they've... that's the sort of thing you don't want to see with limited time left in a quarter, and you're a goal up.
Of course.
You know what? Run the clock out, take the pressure down the back, and as it was, it could have worked. But
Now, probably
it's probably not a percent earlier, yeah, but
Probably an
it's
earlier
probably
ball
not a
was the
percentage
one.
play at that point. And I'm sure the coaches would have been screaming out, "The clock's on, clock's on."
Yep.
Keep the ball, reset, and certainly sets up for an interesting fourth quarter here at the Arctic Dome.
It does. We're going to go deep with this one, Tone, I reckon. I think we're unsure of how much time is left on that penalty, but I'll let you talk about our sponsor.
Traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering for all your guttering needs and home renovations. And we might take a quick ad from them right now here on Lacrosse SA TV. All right, and coming back here to three-quarter time, we are joined by Aussie Lax Gear's very own Peter Greenhow. He's come back into the commentary box for the last quarter. Shix, he likes what he sees, and he's joined us here. Pete, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Interesting game, mate. You've
Yeah.
obviously been sitting up in the warm watching this.
I have. Yep.
I might have misheard you, Tone. I thought you said he's jaundiced. I'll tell you that's blue because it's so cold out there. But you did. Oh, well,
The Blue Warriors with an opportunity here with 2.5 to go in that
what did we say? We call it the power play, do we?
the power play.
Power play.
It's a big power play, isn't it? It's a big penalty, 5 minutes.
That's a huge disadvantage. So you can see down here, Amy Butterfield staying this quarter without an opponent. So she's the extra down in defence. Huge centre draw.
As the quiet goes over the ground here. Play. Here we go. Ball's up. Oh, Hannah Goff just runs straight into Bianca McKay. Ball to be won on the ground, and there's
the machine.
the machine that is Jess Page. But Olivia Parker, she's come, opens up here. This is a big opportunity. Hits the bar again.
Just needed the pass to the open player.
So
Silvestri,
what an opportunity there for the Blue Warriors. And now they're coming back the other way. Lucindra just pops inside, looks up. Addie Cunningham comes out the cage. Good knockdown there from Tam.
Look at the skill level picked up now here in the fourth quarter, Pete, from ALG. The skill level with the new sticks out here.
The speed of the shots has increased dramatically with those new rules. It really surprised me that some of these girls aren't wearing goggles.
Yeah, we had a chat earlier,
agree.
and Mel Williams was talking about the fact that she's got a new set of goggles.
That's right, yeah, I remember.
And she said she hasn't really worn them much yet, but
Goff taking matters into her own hands.
a great opportunity if you need some new goggles. Get on to Aussie Lax Gear because they'll look after you. You've got plenty in stock there, Pete.
I've got more coming
Scores around the
Tuesday.
corner. Huge effort.
And there we go, Silvestri.
Silvestri. Goff went once and twice from the top, spread the D, dumped low to Silvestri.
Have a look here on the Living Choice. Instant
Hard
replay.
Up the back corner.
Around the back. One, two. Just that
bang.
little two-step acceleration. Enough to just get past, and we're at a tied game here at 5-all. And does that shot from Olivia down here in that first opportunity,
Yeah,
that
probably
becomes
not required.
that becomes a huge miss in the context of this game right now.
Extra-
in such a low-scoring
Extra
game.
player, weren't they?
Yeah.
Extra player. So that there was a goal scored.
So they're
Man
still in
down.
it. They're still in an extra player situation, but there's limited time left in that. And Olivia Parker in the centre. And it's really quiet down here, isn't it? It's got really quiet.
Wilderness have got their 3 prime moves in the
Oh,
centre of the field.
Hannah Goff, down she goes. Obviously, the dew point out there at the moment is starting to be an issue.
And the ice. The ice in the barnacles.
And
are
Charlotte just making her way all the way from defence down into offence. So 5-all. Just Hayley Thompson just cutting through there. Olivia with the ball. She's being organised. And we've got the extra player is back on now. So we're even.
No more advantage.
Even on the scoreboard, even on the field in numbers.
Bring it home. Someone.
Someone has an opportunity. Who's going to stand up here, Shix?
I'm looking to Hannah Goff.
Hannah Goff, you're looking for the PM to stand up?
I'm looking for a defensive effort, just Page. I mean, Olivia Parker is the
There's a little.
Is the option there for Woodville.
Oh, Charlotte winning. Good cut through the centre there. Looks on the backside. Just gets fed from behind the crease, though. Charlotte, this is where she does a lot of good work. Just
That's a
pump
hot
the
ball.
crease, though, isn't it?
Hot ball to the crease.
As
Goff. Good
ball
stick.
picked up.
Panos.
Away you go.
Upfield. Raymond. Off to the races.
And out the outer side here, you got Martin breaking down. She's got Tamarin on her defence, but there's Martin. Just picks the ball up. Saw that coming off. If she can get a shot away. Oh, good. Oh, we're going to get a card here.
Just a little
And,
over-exuberant there.
Amy Butterfield.
Not required, is it?
It's been a fair bit of that in this game.
Amy Butterfield just...
So no flag shown, but is that a flag there going off to the side there, Tony?
It is 2 minutes. That one will be. Maybe just a little bit too aggressive in that
I think so. Not
defensive.
required. Probably not required.
And not at this stage of the game, maybe, at 5-all. But we'll see whether Wilderness can capitalise on it. Martin certainly is. She's constantly moving. The Goff looks inside to Martin. Tam. Oh, Addie.
She's gone low again. 5-hole, I reckon.
Right position. Addie was very close to getting down to that, but again, Martin. Is she putting her hand up for the living choice player of the game?
Is she? What a good collect inside in space. Tam came to help out there. Is it Offering Hyde?
Yep.
But
And,
good enough to find a bit of space. Hands are free. Went low. Close enough.
Certainly
no chance.
putting her name up for the jockeys tonight, isn't she? They might be frozen out here, but the jockeys are available.
They are. They are.
And we see now that Wildy go to a 6-5 lead.
Yep.
And this will be a bit of sweet after last year's semi-final where Woodville,
The
obviously
Ritchie
different
sisters are
teams.
Up on the wing. Up on the circle for the centre draw.
But with Woodville knocking...
Just has to go to ground here, I think, Goff.
oh,
that's
there's a big push.
Oh, that's a big push.
Definite loose ball push there. Obviously, Olivia thought otherwise, but they're definitely there. Had her slipped and hit the ground. And
So we'll see if there's how much composure comes into play here now.
so lots of pressure being applied here by Olivia Parker on Hannah Goff. But that opens up there to Martin. Has she got another one? And he just pops that one away. We've got, how is that offside? That cannot be offside.
Again, the umpire.
Because there's one down here and one here and one there.
Yeah, well, the umpire furthest away makes the
I don't
call.
understand how that is offside. We've got 1, 2, 3, and I don't think that other one crossed. But anyway.
She may have stepped over, Tone.
May have stepped over.
Forgot that she was wearing the size 10s.
And being the fact, but that penalty's been released now, so they're even in numbers. So get to play some just normal defence now. But you're going to need to against Jess Page, and if Martin or Silvestri has anything to say about it, they've been hot to trot tonight.
They have been. They have been. It's a coughed up ball.
Addie Cunningham with the ball again, but she's only got 5 seconds.
Poor pass.
Does she realise she's only got 5 seconds? Yep. Okay. I was starting to think maybe the count was going a bit longer than it should be. So ball here, and if Liv pops up to it and then doubles back here, she could get the ball.
She might not be able to get away from Jackie Raymond, however. Real speed.
So there we go. That's the one they're looking for. They're looking for that one, and then the back door. There we go. And that could work. She's got Charlotte winning not up the field if she can see her, but she's got plenty of blue in front of her. Oh, just...
Another hot ball to the crease.
good option, but just the pass was off.
Poor execution, no composure, costing games.
And look at the Baby Blues running back here. There's a bit of a push there.
Doesn't need to shoot that.
Good work there from Kit McKay.
Good cut there, Lucy Martin too, on the back pipe.
And Jess Page picking up Olivia Parker.
Go straight back at Olivia Parker after
Pick
doing
being
that
set here.
offensive effort. Try and draw a foul there, not happening.
And this has been their good check there from Amy Butterfield.
Well, that's a good recovery though.
And Paige, just everywhere you look. She bought her own pages tonight.
Yeah, she's reading it.
She's certainly writing her own script out here tonight, Jess Page.
So here goes Hannah Goff. It'll be her turn now. The space will be created on the right-hand side. And
Yep, they've cleared out.
isolation.
Isolation, looking for that double. There's going to be a push.
Play on and shoot that.
And a free shot here to Hannah Goff. And doesn't this become a big shot in the game with about, what do we got, about 3.5, 4 minutes to go, maybe 5 minutes on the clock?
Oh.
Good work from Butterfield just to shut that space down.
Probably doesn't need to score just yet, does she?
Silvestri with the ball.
Oh, good.
Tam again, just giving the... I can tell you,
Oh,
we're going to have a card here.
and that's a
Too
card.
many
Wow.
of those cross checks,
Is that
so to
right?
speak. You can get warned for it, and then if you do it any excessively, you can find yourself on the bench with a card. So I believe that's probably what's happened.
Wilderness cutting through. Good movement here, isn't it, Lucy?
Oh, Martin. Good
save,
from Addie
Addie.
Cunningham. Addie's certainly, that's just a nothing ball though, isn't
It's
it?
a prayer.
Like making your attackers and
Pick up there,
everyone work
Michaela
hard.
Ritchie.
Michaela Ritchie, now she has some speed here. She does. She doesn't need to get rid of it.
Oh, yeah, good check.
Just keep running, keep going. But who's presenting to her? This is the issue. You've got 2 players down in the offense, not even presenting to that. So she hasn't got an option. She's getting monstered by the Baby Blues and 4 of them.
There was 4 of them, yeah.
So that means that I know they're man down at the moment, but that still gives that there's 2 or 3 that are there.
Now they really need to buckle down here,
Round.
Wildy.
Or do they just run this penalty out here, given the opportunity?
That doesn't seem to be in the vocabulary so far, Tone. I reckon they'll go straight to when they get the first chance.
Oh, that's a terrible pass.
Double on the ball with X.
Oh, good by Milbank.
It was.
And she goes again.
That's one,
Oh,
that's
she could be
two.
on for a shot here again. Milbank. Oh, that's just about gone in. And keeper there. You got 5 seconds. The count's on. Surely.
Come on.
Surely that's 5. Or maybe it's still 10. Okay, I thought that rule had changed, but judging by the amount of counting that was going on there, I'm going to say that there's probably still 10 seconds in the circle.
Good D. Oh, cradling error, and the Wildy girls
Pressure,
pounce, don't they?
pressure,
Boom.
pressure.
Jess Page mopping up.
And Olivia Parker looking like she's done a heap of work. Going to run straight into Annie Ritchie there. And she's going to
Continue on.
a quick start
field.
over
This
the
is
back.
What Hannah Goff needs.
Oh, here we go. Martin in the middle again, but the backside.
Raymond misses. Oh, no,
just-
so that was Cassie Gowdy or
Yep.
Fenton?
Pressure.
Just hold on to it. Just find
Addie,
the open. Oh,
that needs to
dear.
come into a green stick. Good work by Butterfield. But where's the presentation? There's Annie Ritchie. She's got pressure, though, straight away from Page. And needs to kick the ball on.
Good D.
Kick it again. You got Tara out on the outer side. Just need to move the ball on. But Bianca McKay decides to bring it down to X herself. So 6-5 is the game. What do we got left? About 2.5 minutes in this game. So I said we'd be a draw, Shix.
We're 6-all. We're 6-all time.
Are we 6-all at the moment?
Oh yeah, we have been.
I thought we were 6-5 at the moment, mate.
No, 6-all.
Pretty sure we were 6-5 at the moment.
Okay, have a look at the score sheet.
Okay, sorry. I wouldn't ever.
We've been 6-all for the for a long time.
So here I am.
Good save.
Oh, that's in. And there we go.
Oh.
And that is Bianca McKay. Just
Well, no point arguing over the score. The
getting one against the grain there. That one's just popped up over the top, as we see here on the Living Choice instant replay. It's hit the keeper and bounced the right way.
That was
Bianca McKay
Bianca McKay.
getting on the board. And
The go-ahead.
so there you go, Shix. Who am I to...
No, I've been hot on it, Tone. I've been watching. That was their first score for the...
Pete, can you believe I had a go at Shix then for not knowing what the score was and with the
Madness.
stats he does?
Absolute madness. But
It's the cold weather, I'm saying. It's the cold weather, I'm saying.
they were still very flat-footed, the Blue Warriors.
Yeah.
They're relying on a few people to do all the work.
Well,
And
as you said, you saw then that Liv Parker was just about out on her feet after this effort with her 4-on-1, and that's like a ruck tap.
Lucinda.
We're going to have something here.
She's taking a bite out of
Lucinda's
someone's stick.
And we're going to have a penalty here. Okay, so that's Amy Butterfield. That's her second, I reckon.
So it's a 5 minutes.
So that'll be a 5-minute penalty with 2.5. That's a massive penalty, and that'll put Amy out of the game now too, I believe. She's not happy about that at all as she takes her gear off at the back. I don't think she was just fighting for the ball, and I thought that was a reasonable contest in the middle there.
Didn't see anything untoward, actually. Oh,
Oh,
Goff
steps
just-
inside.
ooh.
Goff, crunch. A little bit of rub in his racing there, and Charlotte Winnan
No,
has been picked up for just putting the hip in. She's moved the body.
so there wasn't a call.
create contact.
There was a whistle and then a reposition of everyone. There wasn't even really a call, I think, but the contact.
Definite referee down there, umpire, sorry. Oh.
She's got one in the mouth here too for her troubles, Goff.
So,
Heavy
worn
check.
one. Score is even here, 6-all.
The officials have
We are
corrected
hearing
us.
from the officials it is 6-all.
From the officials, you're asking one of the coaches. He wouldn't know.
So, anyway, interesting here. Kiralee McKay, she needs to pick the ball up. She's done a really good job in defence where she has. Kicks the ball up to Tam, needs to kick it on. So this is an opportunity, but look at Jess Page. She is all over Olivia Parker.
Yep,
There's
nowhere
plenty
to
of
go.
them.
And Page, just as I said, she seems to be everywhere. Millbank, she's been good tonight, Millbank,
Tighter there, don't they?
for one of the younger Sturt players coming into this Warriors. And that's going to be a card as well. So that evens it up now for the last period of what is not much to go. So big opportunity here for the
I give
Blue
up.
Warriors. Oh, drops the ball. So we're even here, but that'll free it up a bit because there's a bit more space to go in the centre.
Still
Can't-
flat-footed though, Tone. Look, there's still no one running around,
Can't
no one
be l-
presenting.
And it can't be long before that clock comes on the field, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, good. Oh, just had to get a handle on it. Good
Big,
pressure.
big ground ball to be won there.
the
Silvestri
ball
wins
up.
that.
Move the ball
And
up.
this opens it. Look, you got Goff here. And on the other side, you got Martin. So Goff, Martin, you'd almost give away one here.
Yep. Needed to pump that across.
Good work there from Kiralee
Still
McKay.
open. Oh, they've missed another opportunity.
Oh, looks open in the middle. Just pops it up. Oh, good check there. Addie Cunningham out of the cage. And that's
Good checking there.
Addie's. I reckon Addie's going to... She's just complaining there, Addie, that she was getting pre-checked.
Move the ball on. Goalkeeper out. No.
So no call there. Are we going to have a tied game at the end of this Redwood here? The clock's up. So clock is standing at the moment. So very shortly the clock will come on the field.
So we're saying that it's even right now.
I'm saying, I believe it's even. We've got some confirmation from the score. So clock is on the field now. It's even game. Silvestri with the ball. Needs some really good defense. That's a big
It's a foul, isn't it?
foul, but played that on.
Two. Yellow, absolutely.
Oh, we're going to have another card. So
Weeks-
that's going to be a free shot here too.
If it is even and it goes to overtime, what are we thinking?
So ball, clock's on the field. Score is even. Goff with the ball. Can she be the match winner? Good work down the back there. And there we go. So we've got an even game. That would be a tie. And we're going to go to golden goal overtime, Shicks.
What are we thinking with 10 seconds to go? We run a yellow card
It's
with two clear penalties.
so interesting concept in the game here, but I'm going to say I said it was going to be a draw.
Well,
And in the old days, we would be exactly right here. So,
You called it.
Pete, no, you pump me up, mate.
Yeah, you called it, Tony.
There we go.
I mean, you coach me every Thursday, and I listen to every word you say. So, how would anyone have ever doubted it?
So what we're going to do, I believe, here is we're going to go into an overtime situation. And this is new for the women's game this year. And it's great
good.
because no game should ever end up tied. There's only one game that ends up tied, and it uses a round ball and you kick it. And sometimes there's not even a goal scored.
Yep.
So this game, so I reckon we're going to go 4-minute periods until someone scores. So golden goal. But we're going to have Wilderness. in a man-up situation.
So we've got the girl who's taken 99.9% of the face-off in the bin. We've got the girl who's thrown 50% of the goals in the bin.
And Amy Butterfield's out as well. So she's still running out that penalty.
This is really winding the clock back to that unfortunate grand final
It is.
of a couple of years ago.
It is. Is it not? Hey, and how much will that reflect in the in the mindset? I mean, Wildy will themselves to get up here because they felt a little bit.
Yep. Well, it would certainly be Hannah Goff taking the face with both Jess Page and Lucinda up at the up on the circle.
And where else would you be watching this? Thanks to Living Choice and traditional carports, other than live and free. Friday night lights, under lights, down here at Glenelg, Arctic Park. What more could you want on a Friday night for your on the YouTube on the 60-incher? Pete?
Gas heater.
I've spent many Friday nights listening to your beautiful voice, Tony, with a beer, big screen TV, and I love it. Sit there with my kids, and they love watching the lacrosse on the TV.
And it's great that Pete from Aussie Lax Gear can actually get down here and join us. And it's a different concept here, sitting in the commentary, getting cold feet and the hands. And
I've got to say,
do you think I'm wise in wearing the gloves?
Well, I think it's a little soft, to be honest, Tony.
Well, you know what? I saw one Shane Abbott wear them a fair bit, so I've joined Shane. And one Ryan Gaspari did the same thing, and he's brought me on. And look at as Mr. Schicker just puts his on.
Yes.
He forgot he had him, I reckon. So ball in the centre here. We've got Charlotte winning against Hannah Goff. Charlotte's obviously taken a couple. Golden goal here. So first to get the ball, and Hannah Goff picks it up. Could this be over in the first 10 seconds of extra time? She just rolls out the back, but they're going to be in a man-up situation. So
I think Wilderness have to really attack here. I think the Blue Warriors are really tired, and they just need to keep attacking.
And as I said, they are in a man-up situation. And Silvestri comes in. Oh, that's off the bar. Addie Cunningham working really hard here to get the ball back. Oh, Silvestri could have tied it and done it right there.
I think that would have sealed her man
and
in the
Parker
match.
comes back on. So there's an outlet here. You got Winnan coming down the outer side. There's one forward. That's Tara Guerin. Looks down, looks over, finds Annie Ritchie. Annie Ritchie wins the game for the Blue Warriors. And there we go. In the blink of an eye, it has turned over. An unfortunate down this end from Silvestri. Hits the post, or maybe Addie got a piece of it. Or maybe underselling Addie there. But pops down. Good ball movement out the other side. And Annie Ritchie wins the game for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, great composure.
Blue Warriors.
Great composure. A couple of iffy passes along
On the
the
replay
way.
here, you just see this. And
Important take there, Tara
Jess
Parker.
Reed just not getting a piece of that one.
Do you know what's really good to see, though? This team, the Blue Warriors, made up of two clubs, and they're getting around each other. It's really good to see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that game was exciting. It's the first one we've had in the LSA's women for a long, well, ever. That a game's gone into golden goal overtime, so they wouldn't have experienced that.
No.
There was a lot of emotion shown there from the Blue Warriors, but really good game of lacrosse, which came down to someone having a win and someone having to...
Yep, a little bit of luck. I mean, poor management, I guess, there at the end. The shot didn't need to come about. It's a good shot. It was a good save. However, the turnover, the penalty comes on.
Good outlet from Addie Cunningham there too.
Good outlet.
To find that.
Yep.
And the subsequent moving the ball up. Where do we sit here for the Living Choice player of this game? I mean, on a losing side, I can tell you there's a couple on the Wilderness side that were certainly influential in that game. What do you reckon, Mr. Aussie Laxgear?
Well, Addie Cunningham made a lot of saves. I think she really kept the Blue Warriors in that game.
Yep. And Mr. Schicker, where are you sitting?
Yeah, I've got, well, for me.
I know you want to say. I'm reading your mind. Let me think. Jess Page was outstanding tonight.
Jess was good.
No?
I went with Hannah Goff, I reckon.
Hannah
She
Goff.
was, yeah.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a here. Olivia Parker came into the contention there. I mean, she did a lot of work up and down and certainly put... How many did she end up with, Schicks?
She ended up with a 3, but a terrible foul at the end there.
But then again, redeemed herself by the fielder on down. It's a really hard decision this evening for the Living Choice Player of the Match, isn't it?
A lot of standouts.
It is.
I mean, Lucinda Silvestri.
Well, she was
yeah,
great.
How
she
have
was
we?
good. Lot of
And
clearing.
what about number 1 there for the
Yeah, Lucy Martin.
Lucy Martin? I mean, she ends up with 3.
She had a chances to go 4 or 5, and she was taking the chocolates.
So, and then, you know, there were those players that sort of came up and about, and here come the Blue Warriors. They'll be very, very happy to be doing this warm-up lap and maybe coming over for
Cool down lap.
just to say g'day. And here we are, the Blue Warriors, as they are commonly known. Their first win of the season in the Women's State League 2020 as they stretch down right near us. Maybe Amy and Olivia are a little bit late because they ran into each other again over there.
They'd already cooled down.
Look, I don't know where to go with the player of the match this evening. I'm voting. Where are you sitting?
My vote's still with Addie.
Addie?
Yeah, and she got the save at the end as well, under pressure.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
Andy,
Well, let's go to our producer, Marty Baker.
deciding vote.
Marty, where do you sit tonight?
Means nothing. It's best
Means
on
nothing.
ground.
Best on ground. So we've got a bit of a dilemma here, haven't we? So Lucy Martin's up there. Hannah Goff's up there. Obviously, Jess Page has done a great job as well. And then you go the other side. Addie, Olivia. It's very even, which basically tells you where the game is, doesn't it?
It was an even game, and yeah, I mean, even Silvestri did a lot of clearing for Wilderness, especially in the earlier parts of the game.
Hannah Goff was exceptional though, as well.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a blanket over them. Yep, I couldn't agree more.
I don't know.
Rock,
We'll
rock, paper, scissors.
You know what we'll do? We're going to leave that up to Marty Baker because he can. And we'll find out who our Living Choice Player of the game is because
He'll go the soft option if I know Marty. No doubt about it. Oh, winning team.
we should have asked our cameraman Braden Munn, who's been sitting up there all night in the cold. Who do you reckon, Braden? Olivia Parker. So he's going Olivia Parker. Yeah, he's pumping her up there, isn't he,
I
Braden?
do agree with you, Shix. It was pretty undisciplined right at the end of the game in a crucial moment.
She got out hustled by all 3 of those Wilderness
Yeah.
girls time and time again.
We look at Marty here. He's just trying to... you reckon he's going the soft option here, Shix?
Absolutely.
Heading
Hey?
to
Straight
the
over
Blue
to the-
Warriors.
He's heading to the Blue Warriors.
Straight over to the winning team, and he'll get Olivia Parker. I can guarantee
Oh,
it.
he has.
Yeah,
He's drawn Olivia.
Go to the and this will not be comfortable for her. Let me tell you.
Yes. All right, that light little error defensively. We can speak about that, Chicks. You know what? It's not quite in the crease, is it? But it's certainly...
All right.
How many did Liv end up with tonight? She ended up with 3.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so in a really sweaty, hard-fought game, the first of its kind that's gone to a golden goal situation. You've never been in that environment before.
I thought we were losing, so that was a surprise to me. That's why I was like, pressure out, girls, let's go, we're going to get the
Well,
ball
see,
back.
Shix had you even at one point, and then he
Oh.
said, with the goal we were up, and then we got the confirmation that it was even.
Oh, I
Now,
had no idea.
Now, let's start with the hard questions first. You are the
Yes.
Living Choice Player of the game.
How'd you go?
thanks,
How did you rate your performance, Liv?
Terrible.
All right, well,
I
let's
was cramping. I was like, oh, there's nothing like game fitness that
stay on
keeps you
that.
in
We're going to
check.
ask the hard question
Okay,
first of you.
all right, okay, yes.
10 seconds to go,
Yes.
where scores are even, and you
fouls.
nailed a big foul there. What were you thinking?
I thought we were losing, so I was like, let's just pressure out,
Okay, well,
red,
that-
let's go, let's pressure out. I had no idea we were even. And then Stefan was like, we were even, and I was like,
Yeah, well,
my whole world came
Shix
crashing down.
may have been right off you at that point, just
Oh,
quietly.
really?
Just-
I would have been too. I just thought we were losing, so I was like,
just
let's
thought-
go,
well,
pressure
well, that
hard.
shows a little bit
I
more
just
mindset.
thought with
into
what
it.
happened in the grand final a couple of years ago,
Oh, don't remind
that
me.
you would have learned something from that as
Yeah,
an individual,
absolutely.
Olivia, and then to come out here and roll that out again.
You're really hitting in the feels here.
What are you doing?
I honestly thought we were down. I seriously did. And Addie thought so too. She was like, let's go, pressure. And I was like, okay, let's go.
Well, that's good from the
And then,
off-field staff to let you guys know what was going on.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all right. I should have kept the goal scores in my mind, but that's all right.
All
Next
right,
time.
we can get off that now. Because we understand the mindset now. We were a little bit...
Oh, I would have been too.
But anyway,
Bulk of the work on the centre draw, Olivia. That'll be the go for the year, you think?
I mean, winning centre draws is so important.
Yeah.
If you can win the draw.
And the hustlers
kind of win the
from Wildy, Sylvester, Goff,
Yeah.
Page.
Yep.
Ball hits the ground, they are attack dogs,
They
aren't
are, absolutely. That's why, I mean, I hate coming up against Jess and Hannah in the centre. They're like just...
Jess
soon
seems
as
to
it
be
hits the
everywhere,
ground,
doesn't she? She can be over the other side of the...
Oh.
And it's like the Matrix.
Yep.
And she ends up behind you.
Or in front of you, and you're like, how did you get there? I swear you weren't anywhere in my peripherals.
Yeah, it's got speed.
Yeah,
Such an
she's so
athlete.
fast.
Yep.
She's
Great
unreal.
battle in the centre.
Yes.
The Blue Warriors.
Yeah, great.
Oh, I
One
know,
from
woo.
one. One from one.
It's pretty exciting. It's pretty awesome to
Exciting.
play with these girls. It's been so much fun.
I said this was the only thing that hadn't merged well tonight. The colours, the blue and the green.
We have tops coming. We have got tops made.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't
They haven't
get ready in
arrived yet.
time. But they're going to be ready on Monday
Okay,
for
good.
our sponsorship presentation
Lovely.
night.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah,
Good,
it's okay.
good.
I know it's a bit of an old match, isn't it? It's a bit of a...
It's the blue, green, yellow sort of thing going on.
Too many colours.
But a fantastic... I actually said, I'm going to pump my own tyres because I can. I said at the start of the game,
Yeah.
pre-game, even in the last game, that it was going to be a draw.
Oh, well done.
Hope not.
But he soon realised that it can't be a draw.
Because now we have extra time.
So,
So while I was feeling really good about myself,
who's the winner? I don't know.
but again, you know, we've experienced that as men's coach and players
Yeah.
in the men's game of a golden goal situation where you just go out.
Yeah.
How many other times have you been on the winning side of that in the women's game? Maybe at nationals?
Not many. I mean, I just remember...
As a coach, obviously.
As a coach, yes, I've been
Yeah,
there. Been
yeah.
there as a coach, but not too many. Under Courtney will remember this, Bendigo, in my under 18s tournament, we won
Yep.
by a golden goal.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
against WA.
It's
that
a
was a hard
deflating
game.
feeling, though, leaving a game with a draw, isn't it? I mean, such a better...
I'm really glad that
And it's a great
we-
decision from
Yes.
LSA
Totally
to bring
agree.
that in.
Absolutely.
Because it makes it so much better for
does.
us.
Yeah.
Now, we've asked the girls about the new rules this year. So how did you find the exception of the running through the circle defensively?
See anyone use it,
Yeah, okay.
to be honest.
Gone of the 15-metre fan.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think
Okay.
that's great.
So that just clears
Yeah,
space up
it
a
does,
bit more.
yeah.
And the mesh sticks, you're not adopting one just yet?
Nah, not yet. I've seen, I mean,
Do you
Karen's
want to
got
feel
one.
one?
But
Because we've got one here that we're giving away
Oh.
for the fastest shot, which you almost made. So this is the new
it's
stick.
pretty cool, isn't it?
Isn't
It's
it?
very light.
It's the only time
Very
you'll touch
nice.
that from now until the end of the season.
All right, thanks.
But unless, of course, you speak to
very
Aussie
nice.
Lax Gear, who
Very pretty. Guys, look at that. Beautiful.
who look at
Stunning.
that.
Stunning.
Hey, donation. It's great, isn't it? It's a better model
It's
in
very
her
cool.
hand than in mine, just quietly.
Well, just saying, my stick, I've still got my old stick from my under 19s.
Time for an upgrade, and you know who to talk to.
2014. I've had it for 6 years.
You know who to talk to for your new upgrade.
I really need a new one.
AussieLaxGear.com.au. Peter
my
Greenhow,
room,
he will
look him up.
sort you out
I
immensely.
seriously, I need this.
And that's what you could have, something like, look at
very
that. That's
beautiful.
very
It's very
special, isn't
nice.
it? It is.
Stunning.
So onward from here, next
Yes.
week you have,
We have Brighton.
well, there you go. There's
Yeah.
a test.
It is,
That's-
absolutely.
That's a test
We've
for...
had a couple of two trainings together, so
we spoke about that, didn't
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
Chicks?
of course.
Yeah.
We expected a slow start and you know the merger and getting
Yeah.
the feel for everyone, understanding what's going on game-wise. But
Yeah.
you guys will only get better as the season goes on. You
Yes.
hope. We all hope
absolutely. We have such a good group of girls. I think we could really take
The
it
other
to
the other thing about taking it to you, Amy Butterfield and you just took it to each other.
Oh
in the
my
middle.
god! I heard
Yeah.
you guys laughing. I was pissing myself laughing too on the
Well,
sideline.
I mean,
I was just standing there, she's running at me. And I'm like, do I step forward, step back? And then I stepped back, and then she came running.
and it was a fair hit too, just quietly.
She was running full belt at me. I didn't know what was happening.
She
It
should have
was-
got yellow card.
Yeah,
That
well,
was
she ended up getting 2 yellows with a
She
with a
did,
red.
yeah,
There was a couple of those
unfortunate.
tonight.
Yeah, there was a few yellows tonight.
And I don't think she was really happy about the second one with that
No,
ground ball fight.
yeah.
And you know what? But it's called
I
as
mean,
it sees.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
is.
So with all
Yeah.
those things that just didn't go right in that last little bit,
Yeah.
the one thing that did was Addie's save, and that was so close to being in. I think come off the post
So
or
close.
save. Gets
Addie
it
had a
back.
killer game too. She smashed it tonight.
Yeah, and we were speaking about Addie earlier. You know, a different female keeper than what a lot of the other keepers are in the
Yes.
league, where she actually comes out of the
She's
cage.
so agile. She's so agile. It's amazing.
Made a good save here early when she came out of the cage, and then ended up coming
A
back
one
and
armor.
one armor.
Yeah,
So you
I
know
can't
what?
wait to rewatch that.
That was
That
a
was,
good one.
that was
That was a
epic.
good one.
It was
Yeah.
good. But just adds another dynamic to the goalkeeping that she
Yes.
brings to the team.
She's
that's,
another player.
And I think that's going to be exciting. And it did look like there was a little bit of fitness that needs to be done through the team. We did mention that maybe Wilderness were looking a little bit fitter than the,
I couldn't agree more.
than the Blue Warriors.
I mean, like the three, Lucinda, Hannah, and Jess
Yes, so fit.
were just up and down
Up and
all
down,
day
up and
long.
down.
A
Yeah.
huge amount of pressure.
Yeah,
and,
super fit girls.
and really tough to come up against
Yes.
when you're battling that
Yeah.
constantly. You turn around, and they really did bring that 2-on-1 pressure when you were coming into offense.
Yeah,
They
yep,
play
they did.
that real up the field
Yes.
defense, which was
Yes.
tough to deal with.
It was tough to deal with.
Well,
Yes.
Anyway, we'll
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Speaking
it's
of
cold
tough
out
to
here.
deal with.
It's cold out here.
There's something that's not tough to deal with, and that is
The beautiful Adam Cunningham.
there's the Addie Cunningham we just see there on the Lacrosse SA TV highlights. So we're going to let Liv go and enjoy the win. Liv, congratulations,
guys.
and number one win for the Blue Warriors. We wish you all the best for the rest of the
Thank
season.
you so much, guys. Really appreciate it,
Yeah,
guys.
like
a
our
legend.
gloves?
Yes.
They're good, aren't they?
COVID-free, right?
Yeah,
COVID-free.
here we
There
are.
we go.
Oh, we are. Thanks, Liv.
Good on you, mate.
All right, so we're going to wrap things up here. I reckon, Chicks, you like that stick, don't you?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
It is.
It is really nice.
So, look, we're going to wrap it up here from the beautiful Glenelg Lacrosse Club. As of next week, plenty more fans to be out and about. Friday night again next week.
It is doubleheader again.
Doubleheader again. So
Okay.
we look forward to bringing you that on LSA TV. We thank Braden Munn for the second game, sitting up in the camera box there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Doing a great job. Marty Baker, as always, on the production side of things. We thank our guest, Mr. Peter Greenhow.
Of course we do, yeah.
And where's he from, mate?
The one and only one-stop shop for all lacrosse gear. Auslax
Gear.
Auslax Gear, isn't it?
Yeah, Auslax Gear, aussielaxgear.com.au. So if you need something, and it's the season is upon us, and the men start tomorrow, so we're excited about that.
Yep.
We look forward to bringing another episode of In the Crease to you once the games are now started. So we'll have plenty to talk about as that goes forward.
We will.
So from myself, Tony Watson,
Yep, myself as well.
Mr. Craig Chicker.
Thank you
It's
very
been
much.
fantastic to be able to bring these games to you live and free down here at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. Until next Friday night when the sticks are flying, we will see you then.